Hello friends, greetings to everyone. My name is Pawan Sharma and welcome to Pediatric Basics. Today again, I will talk about asthma and not just asthma in children, but let us talk about the asthma in adult as well. Recently, there has been an article in Lancet Respiratory, and it talks about the situation of asthma in India, and it is worth going into the details of that. Although I'm not going to discuss the details of the article itself, but well, let us talk about the asthma and what we can do differently and what we should be doing. Today is a World Asthma Day, which is every year on 5th of May. So let us focus on the empowerment, resilience, and ensuring that everyone with asthma has access to the care they need. And most important key for that is education. So let us educate ourselves and as well as all our patients and the carer for our patients. Okay, so this is the article which caught my attention. So, asthma in India, the myths, the misdiagnosis, and high mortality. This was very recently in March 26. I think this is easily available, free by simple registration on the Lancet Respiratory. So, I'm not going to go into the details what all different things it talks about. But let us have a quick look at the numbers and then see what is happening around and what we can do different. So look at these numbers. They should really very seriously worry us. So India's population is about 13% of the global population. 35 million people they suffer with asthma in India, and India's contribution to world's asthma death is about 42%. And more shocking is that we do not have any reliable data available for the children. How does it matter to the clinician? I think most importantly, asthma is actually a simple disease with a simple management. Majority of asthma deaths are preventable, and this mortality is not related to the severity of illness. It is probably because of the systemic gaps. Would you believe that there is a significant gap in treating these patients, and there is a clear evidence and clear data available that there is significant overuse of oral bronchodilators and corticosteroids, significantly less use of inhaled corticosteroids, and as well as the way the inhaled corticosteroids and the bronchodilators are used. And not the least is the education. We do definitely have a challenges from the point of view of overcrowding clinics, access to the investigation. But believe me, for asthma management, you routinely do not need any investigation. There are only say special circumstances where they are helpful. The cost is always a factor, but I think if you consider the overall management, it will always be cost effective. And environment, I think this is a bigger challenge, and we all need to look into it differently and get necessary support from the respective organizations. Okay, I do not want to talk too much details about the asthma and asthma management, but really important. There are three things. One is known and unknown trigger. The second is inflammation, and third is bronchoconstriction, which is we call it as a reversible bronchoconstrictions. If these three things are kept in mind, along with the proper education and management, then we should not have problem in treating these patients. So, what is our role as a clinician? I think we are probably the center of management of asthma in children or even in adult. So, one is the early diagnosis. Second thing is use of inhaled corticosteroids through the proper devices. Okay, and avoid any SABA use on its own. uh, you avoid using the medication which is given orally except for some of the things like leukotriene antagonists, and education of parents and families is really key in management. Also, with other agencies we can try to advocate for the cleaner air and better access to essential medications. My sincere request to all our clinician friend is that big no for oral bronchodilators, intramuscular medications, cough syrups, and cough suppressants. We should probably try to make all of this as our habit. One is learn about asthma. I think as a science student, you'll find it very interesting, and not just learn, but educate parents and families as well, because they are the one who will be dealing with the problem on day-to-day basis. Use the standard guidelines from BTS, GINA, or the other authentic organizations. Involving school in education is not just important from the aspect of letting them know, but providing some support in the school will also be useful. Okay, a written asthma plan is one of the important thing which can be done all the time, because it will not just give them a plan, but it will also educate them. There is no reason why India or any other country should take a lead in terms of number of deaths in asthma, because the science is very clear. The tools are available. The interventions are also simple, and I'm sure we can all work together to make it better. Thank you so much for your valuable time to listen to the full video, and I'm sure you will join us our journey by spreading the message and practicing the medicine, which will help all of us and our patients. Thank you so much once again. Do not forget to like, comment, share the message, and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.